once
took
he's
him
here.
long enough.
Yeah, what's the hold up there, AV Tech John? What took you so long? I need Feud Up. Let me get Feud Up.
Yeah.
We have Feud
Apologize.
today.
I'm apologizing again for my voice, people. Sorry. I'm going to try not to...
You don't sound too bad. You sound all right.
Hey, Carmella. Hey, Carmella.
Carmella.
You make me so much gabagool. I gotta go make my big pussy in a little bit. Hey,
big pussy.
Olive. Hey, where's my spinach? Hey.
Oh, my Lord. All right. Well, that'll take a while. I'll just log in. All right, here we go. Let's do this here. Let's do a show. All right, everybody, sit back and enjoy this because here it comes in 3, 2, 1.
When Hunt's asked me to introduce their new barbecue sauce, I said, I don't know, fellas. And the thicker, the better. And it's all natural. Boy, is it better.
Dave, you put down that gun before I get mad and make you eat it.
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream,
The morning stream into daring rescue action.
the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the morning stream. I'm so excited because today is 2/2/22. Or you could say you can say 22/22 for the Europeans or whoever does it backwards.
Sure.
But all the twos are in there. The only thing that would make it better.
They would still do 2/2/22 because they would just put the day, then the month, then the year.
Oh yeah, you're right. But if the hell happened there? Oh, thing finally logged in. If this were Tuesday, it'd be perfect, right? But it's Wednesday.
Right.
That kind of sucks.
Don't worry, 2/22/22 will be Tuesday.
Yeah. Will it? Wait.
Yes. Yeah.
2/22/22. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We talked about this. This is happening. I forgot.
It's happening. Yeah.
Oh man, it takes a lot to get me excited in 2022, but I'm excited now. Boy, howdy.
Like, if you can't go somewhere and get 2-for-1 tacos, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Oh, they'll do that, right? People will have some steal. Who will do
They're
it
doing
though?
Twins Day at Disneyland. Like all the employees who are twins where both twins work at Disney World and Disneyland are doing some weird thing today.
Really? I had no idea. Is that a normal? I guess they only have to do it when this happens. I guess so
They only have to do this when this happens. Yeah, let's see. Once in a millennium date, 2/2/22, we're celebrating all things 2 by highlighting some of our very special cast members, those who came as a pair. Where is it here?
How many twins do they have working there?
Apparently, quite a few.
That's interesting.
Like Luke and Leia. Well, not the first movie. Sharpay and Ryan, and even Tweedledee and Tweedledum, cast member twins, share a special connection. Blah blah blah. So I guess they're just honoring them at the park for some reason.
They mentioned Luke and Leia.
Yeah,
but they're not twins.
They came out of Padme Amidala at the same time.
They were fraternal twins. I thought they were. Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. There's things about the prequels I just straight up blocked out of my memory. I really did. I don't remember shit from those things. By the way, guess who's
twins who kiss? Isn't that cool?
It's so cool. Guess who's really into that? This will be a real shock to you to hear this, but
Jamie Lannister?
No, this little guy. Van loves the prequels, and he loves Watto, and he loves all of it. And it reminded me, oh yeah, George Lucas made this for kids. That's right. This is a kids trilogy.
I put my money on Suburba.
He tries to do the voice too. I go,
Does he really? Oh,
what is he saying? He goes, he gets all low like that and tries to do it. It's pretty funny. Anyway,
well, Darth Marcus, Obi-Wan tells Luke in Return of the Jedi that he has a sister. I don't think he says twins, though, does he?
No, he says sister.
Or 6. Yeah, I think they just say sister.
Or he says, well, Yoda says there is another, and then later on, Vader figures it out and goes, sister, or whatever.
Exactly, right. Yeah.
But we never knew if they were twins. But then in the prequels, Natalie Portman shoots them out at the same time. So there you go.
Oh, he does say twin sister? Okay. No, I know, Zoe, I know a sister can still be a twin. I just didn't think we learned that the two of them were twins until the prequels.
Yeah, there could have been years apart as far as we knew. There could have been a couple years apart, which is what I kept assuming. And because I don't like the prequels at all, I just kept assuming it.
Because it's kind of gross if you kiss your sister and she's much older than you.
Yeah.
If you're the same age, it's a lot better. But
It's
if you're
way
kissing
better.
your sister,
Yeah. Way better to
luck.
kiss your sister
You know,
when you're the same
for luck.
age. Yeah. That's what they said it was
I
for.
had the entire roadmap of Star Wars planned out, all of it. I
Wait a
didn't
minute.
make anything up as we went along at all.
Ken Kratz he wrote Star Wars. Is that what happened there?
He did, yeah. Would you like to come over and see my legal briefs?
Are they gonna ever give me a third one and finish that damn thing so I can get it out of my head? I'm done with your making
Not
a
if
murderer.
nothing happens. I mean, did Massey get out? Massey,
the kid.
kid. I
Not
think
kid
the
anymore.
kid may have
It's like 30 now, but yeah.
making a murderer.
There was something that happened, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember now. He put up a poster of what's her name? Someone threw a pebble through it, and they found out he crawled through a pipe of poo poo and came out the other side.
Right,
clean.
yeah, poster of what's her face?
What's her name? I can't think of her name. Raquel Welch, right?
Raquel Welch was one of the posters because he had the 10,000 BC poster. Rita Hayworth.
Rita
Because that's in the
Hayworth.
title of the Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption.
That's
was
right.
the original book title.
The short story by Richard Bachman, aka
Good old Richard Bachman.
Yeah. I don't what?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
No announcement of another season.
All right, so we got to wait for something big to happen there, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Chat room, is there any writers in the room? Why do people write under pseudonyms for a period of their career? You always hear about it. So Stephen King was Richard Bachman for all those years, and then
J.K. Rowling did the Artful Avenger or whatever. the book was
yeah, and she didn't even need to,
called.
except
the Systematic Democrat. What was that book called?
what was that? That was something weird.
The efficacious penumbulum.
Okay, so, but it wasn't a different. Oh, Jay Fantastic says different genre. Shawshank definitely is a different genre than the usual Stephen
maybe
King.
That's it.
But Bachman, under the Bachman name, he wrote a bunch of other horror stuff. I don't know. It was contract reasons. I guess ghostwriters do this.
The Cuckoo's
I don't know.
Calling. That's it. Robert Galbraith.
Robert Galbraith.
Good old Robert Galbraith.
She did it as a man's name. Interesting. Given all her recent history, it's just interesting. Well, all right then.
Robert doesn't have to be a man.
No, I've never met a woman named Robert, but they can exist.
Bobby Draper. Isn't Bobby Draper on The Expanse? Is she a Robert? Is she?
Yeah, I mean, there's
She's probably a
Bobbies.
Roberta, right?
There's Bobbies, and there's Roberta. Yeah, probably. I didn't think of that.
That's probably it. Yeah.
Anyway, well, good luck to all the Robertas out there.
Yes.
You've been handed a raw deal. All right, moving on. We're gonna. A couple things here. So, I was telling the chat room earlier, I'm kind of cranky today. The show will help me, but a little cranky, and I think part of it is because I woke up in the middle of the night and kicked my wife in a dream.
Wow. Usually you do that while you're sleeping.
Oh, yeah,
You
I should
actually
mention.
woke up in the middle of the night and kicked your wife.
Yeah, let me get the chronology correct here. I had a dream. There was a guy on top of my car I was trying to kick off in the dream. I have no other memory of the dream, but I was trying to kick him
Get off my car!
Yeah, get off my car, and I started kicking violently, and then Kim goes, whoa, 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 and I went, oh, shoot, it's me again. So I'm kicking her in bed. I don't know what that was about, but then I couldn't go back to sleep, so I'm super cranky as a result.
She's gonna make you want to sleep. Like she's gonna want to sleep in separate beds, like the Petries and the Ricardos.
The Ricardos, yeah. Did they address that in that Lucy movie at all? Did they go into that?
No,
okay.
uh-uh.
All right. Just curious about that era and why
No,
they.
it starts with the two of them having sex, which is really weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with
Javier
with
Bardem.
Lucy and Desi having sex.
Does he make? Does she make her call the coin in the air before he does anything? And then, okay.
Exactly. I was wondering what the where we were getting with the
I can't help it with him. I can't help it. It's just
No Country for Old Ricky.
I love that movie, so it's hard for me to separate him from that movie. Anyway, so I was in VR yesterday.
Yeah.
For a thing that I still can't talk about. It's taking a while because this is how the regular. You forget how the
That's how the
corporate
world works.
the
Yeah.
corporate world, the world of media and lawyers and all that. You forget
Yeah.
how slow that boat can go.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. Podcasting, we poop out a show in the morning, you have it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You have it in the late morning, really.
Yeah,
is
you
what
have
you
it about 35, 40 minutes after I'm done, after I edit it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
take that, old media.
Yeah, old media. Take that right in the shorts, you old farts. So anyway, I'm in this VR thing, and we're in a social space, right?
Okay.
Floating around there with our avatars and talking and stuff, and doing this interview thing. And as we're getting ready for the main part of what was happening, I'm standing next to, I don't know, 3 or 4 other people. Some are in production, some are there from a certain organization, and then there's me. And we're all just standing around, and they're having a moment which is basically all quiet on the set. They're trying to test some, because they're filming this in VR with virtual cameras. And so they want to check audio, and they're making sure they're not getting any weird feedback next to anybody or anything. So we're all sitting there very quietly. Nobody's saying a word. And then I hear this. And it's not the actual sound because I didn't record it. I wish I had. Whoops, I got to find it. Hold on. Where would I have put that? Hold on there. Is it this one? No. Oh, I don't. The one time I can't freaking find my fart sound. All right. Well, anyway, it was like a really.
That one you play occasionally.
It's a real short one, but it was. I hear in the silence of VR, I hear just a little. Somebody in there farted, and it picked it up on their microphone, and it's all I could do to not. I thought that was so funny. I couldn't stop. I was like holding in the laughter.
You have to mute your microphone, and
I did, but here's how you do it in that world. You have to hold up your left wrist at a certain angle, and a little menu pops up, and one of the options is a microphone. You hit it and you mute it with your finger. But in VR, if you're when I'm in the middle of trying to hold back laughter, I'm pulling up my arm. I'm not looking at it right. The thing sort of pops up and then goes away. Wait, come back up. Where's the button? Oh, I hit the wrong one. Shit. Then I finally hit the right thing. It was nearly impossible not to laugh. And I'm sure a little piece of my laughter got out there. But somebody cracked one off. It was great.
That's great. Well, they thought they were alone in VR world. And microphone won't pick this up.
Yeah,
but apparently it did.
No, I'm telling you, those things are sensitive enough in those quests to pick up your toot. So
yeah, it's much easier with the mixer set up here, right? I can always just that sort of thing to like cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in Zoom, I've noticed the little icon comes up with the mute, and so if you see a little mute icon of a little microphone with a slash through it come up for like a second in one of my Zoom meetings, it's because I'm farting.
Oh, all right.
Just because I'm farting.
No, that's good to know. That's good to know because I always wondered what you were doing. Now I know.
Yeah, that's why. Yep, exactly.
That's fantastic.
Listen, folks, we have a lot of fart jokes here on TMS. Sometimes we have poop jokes. Those will do in a pinch, but fart jokes plenty here on TMS.
They will do in a pinch. Oh, boy.
Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, what's going on? What's your cat? What's going on?
Yeah, so you know that thing where you have a piece of string and your cat doesn't care about it, or they're acting like they don't care about it, but the more the string kind of pulls away from them, the more they want it. They just want it. They have to have it. They need that string right there.
Yeah, it's their biological imperative to have that string.
Biological imperative. Anyway, so last night I went to Sushi Conveyor Belt with it was Tristan's birthday, so we took him out for sushi.
Yeah.
And the struggle is real. I felt like the damn cat. Like, when it's right next to you, not sure you want that tuna, that maguro piece right there.
Yeah.
But then the further it goes away from you, like, no, don't go away. I think I want that. And so.
So wait a minute. It's one of these loops, though, right? So you have a good chance of it coming around. You'll get
So and especially a good chance last night because there were only 3 tables loaded in the restaurant, and we were able to get everything we wanted. The way we were sitting, by the way, was great. So imagine a not a full loop, but a good comparison is like a modeling catwalk. Right? The runway.
Okay.
On the catwalk. Do my little turn on the catwalk. So it comes down. There's a wider loop that goes around some tables, bar style at the very end, and then it comes back down, kind of right alongside, right parallel to the same loop. So we had the first spot next to the kitchen. So when stuff came out of the kitchen, freshly prepared, we had first dibs, and it would make its little way around, and we have a chance, if we really liked it on the way out, if there was another dish of it, we could grab it on the way back.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
it's all in this cool metal, refrigerated metal conveyor belt system. Oh, this thing is so cool. And I'm guessing, because we saw them pull stuff off after they'd made it around like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I think they must have some sort of RFID chips in the plates or something, because they knew the things that were on there
Oh, yeah, they probably do.
multiple times.
How else would they do that? They would have, unless they were, they'd have to know. Or they'd have to have
Yeah.
some way of tracking. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was really cool. So we walk in there at about, let's say 5:55 p.m.
Okay.
That's important because as we sit down, our server comes over to us and says, "Hey, you guys can just start grabbing whatever you want. I'll bring your waters and anything else you want, but start grabbing because there are 5 minutes left of happy hour."
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, "Oh, wait, so is it anything we grab before 6 o'clock, or just because we're here now, we're locked into happy hour prices for as long as we're here?" She's like, "Nope, anything you grab for the next 5 minutes is happy hour prices."
Really?
So we were Lucy and Ethel and Fred and Des. I mean, basically, it was like, the scene that AV Tech John put in there of Lucy and Ethel at the conveyor belt candy factory.
Oh, wow. Going nuts. Just grabbing.
We are going nuts. We're like, anything we think we're going to want, we're grabbing. And it's like hand over fist, like, yeah, that one. And our booth is lined up so that only Tristan and I are directly next to the booth, or to the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So Tina and Kay are saying, "Oh, get that. Ooh, caterpillar roll. Yeah, get some of that. Get a spider roll. Oh, spicy tuna. Yeah, get some of that." And we're just basically like, grab.
Wow. Oh, you're making me hungry.
And so they came over at 6, and they added up all of the plates. They're on different colored plates based on their price, with a really cool see-through plastic dome over all of them. That way, not everybody's, somebody with a cold didn't breathe on my sushi.
Yeah.
before I got it. So you basically grab the plate, you lift off the little plastic dome, put that on the side for Stephen King later, and then you eat your sushi. And then at the very end, they count up the different colors of plates that you have. And so she counted up our plates at 6, and then she counted up the remaining plates afterwards.
Wow.
Between the 4 of us,
Yeah.
we had, I think our final tally was 41 plates of sushi.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Now, the rolls are just 2 pieces of a roll. It's not a whole 6-piece roll.
No.
And
Right.
then when you get regular sushi, it's just 2 pieces of sushi. But still, and I'm just gonna say, Kay didn't have that much. She's not a big sushi eater, so she did all the California roll and caterpillar and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, Tina. Well, let's just say Tristan and I probably did more than half of those plates.
You did
Easily,
the damage. Yeah.
probably 2/3 of those plates were Tristan. And
I don't know what a caterpillar roll is. Why do I not know that?
Caterpillar roll is eel on the inside, cooked
Yeah.
eel, unagi,
Okay.
with maybe, I don't know if they put what else they put in there, rolled in rice with slices of avocado across the top.
Ooh, that sounds all right.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Okay.
And they had like
We need to go to a
tempura.
proper place, I think, because the last
You need
place
to
I
go
went
to a proper place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a really good sushi place near us that we haven't been to since the pandemic, but this is making me want to go there. Maybe we'll go there.
You should go there. This is my favorite sushi place in Denver now, just because of the novelty of the whole conveyor belt. But also, it's like, oh, that's what that looks like? Yeah, I'm totally eating that. As opposed to looking at, I don't know if I want this Alamogordo roll on the menu.
Yeah, the Alamogordo. Well, all right
But
then.
once you see it, it's like, oh, yeah, that looks good. I want that.
Did he have a nice birthday then? It was all good?
He had a great birthday. He had a really, really good time.
That's good.
Enjoyed that tremendously. So
25 is old, man. He's old.
25, quarter of a century, man.
Yeah,
You can
that's-
now rent a car, I think is the deal at 25,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that the...
Yeah. It's weird.
The milestone.
I don't like it. No, sir, I don't. I had my first kid when I was 25. That's freaky. I already said that yesterday, didn't I? I already
we
brought
talked
that up.
about that. Yep.
Well, I'll just bring it up
I'm
again.
glad he didn't have his first kid at 25.
No, well, I don't know. You know what? You in that scenario, you win.
That's true. Worked out well for you.
Yeah.
But
you win if he has it now. I'm telling you.
he's not ready. He's not ready to be a parent.
No. And look, who is at 25? Very few people. But when they are, they'll know it. Speaking of knowing it.
Haven's daddy, I love sushi done on Pearl. I think I've been to 90% of the sushi places in the Denver metro area.
Yeah, that's your job. Brian wouldn't exist without it. He has to do all the sushi. Hey, speaking of sushi, we haven't done. There's some sushi right over there we've never done. It's South Carolina's own Brian Dunaway. Hi, Brian. How you doing there, buddy?
Hi, Scott and Brian. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Hey.
Good.
That deal. Sorry, this is a total inside baseball thing about Play Retro, but that deal they had on Steam for that collection
Contra?
of Contra games. Yeah. So I was like, well, that's only $4. I'm buying that. It's like every Contra game ever made. I'm gonna go get that, and I went and got it. And that thing is effed. It's got all kinds of problems, and I had to return it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I got it as well because I thought about getting on the Switch because it's $20 on the Switch.
Yeah.
And I said, let's just see if I'm interested. And no, I haven't had any trouble so far.
Yeah.
But what's your problem? The controller problem?
No, sound drivers is like it's just effed. It's just like a big messy broken mess, and so I returned it. It's okay because I'll just emulate it and play them all.
Right. Yeah, you returned it. You got your $4 back.
I got my $4 back.
Take that.
Take that, world. But anyway, hey, it's you, and you're here, and we're going to play a game. It's time for the Tad Pooley feud, and I guess we probably have a caller coming in. Let's see. No, not yet.
I bet we do.
No, we do have one. Here we go. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Tom Norman in the chat.
Hello, Tom Norm in the chat.
Norm.
Welcome back. It's good to have you here. You're going to play a little game with us, which will be a great time, and Brian's going to explain how it works. Brian, what are we doing?
That's right, Norm. It's time to play the Tadpooley feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and these two guys are going to have to predict the answers that Tadpool gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Tom, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian, and if your team wins, your duo, not really a team. If you win with the player that you're assigned to, you get a prize package that includes not Contra on Steam, but includes Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
and
it is good.
Simple Rockets too.
Nice.
So you get a very complicated sounding game and a very simple sounding game.
Yeah, no kidding. No, that's a good one. That first one's actually kind of new. That's not a.
That was last year. We talked about it on the other podcast we did, the Indie podcast. I completed it. It was pretty neat.
Cool.
Pretty
I enjoyed
good.
it.
Yeah, it's not bad. All right, awesome, nice quality content today is what you're giving away.
Cool.
That's good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's get in here. What's our?
Yeah, Brian's got to get in the game first. Brian, get in the game.
Brian's been clicking on the pinned message for almost 30 minutes now, and every time I click on it, it says invalid room code. Try again.
Yeah.
Invalid room code.
Let's see. Mine did finally let me in, but it did take forever. I don't know what that's about.
Mine just instantly pops back invalid room code.
Let's see. How are we gonna fix that, Brian?
Let me give you a different. Well, let me give you another link and just see if that makes any difference.
I would love to join your game.
Click the link in the Discord I just posted and see if that's different.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan there, Dunaway. You got that? You got that there link there? You got to click in that?
It is different because this has a different name to it.
Maybe you
But it still says invalid room code.
Well, that's weird. How come I'm in and he's not? Can I give him mine and maybe that works? Here, let me do this.
You should be able to. Should be the same, but yeah.
I'm trying another computer now to see if there's an issue there.
Try the code I just put in. Just for the heck of it.
It's a different one. That's interesting.
It is different, yeah.
Yeah. It's letting me, I'm in there.
Oh.
Now there's a message that says waiting for player to finish the latest episode of some Marvel show is what it says.
Yes.
So there's some fun going on
Alkabab
there.
has been adding those and I love that.
Those are pretty good. I like it.
Now I feel like maybe I've crashed the server because I'm getting an error now in development mode.
Turn off your ad blocker if
Okay.
you've got that on.
That's the first time I've seen that one come up. So
Could be your ad block. You blocking ads? Are you trying to keep the man down? Is that what you're doing?
I didn't on the old link.
Yeah. Well, look, ads, they're going to exist, and you have to sometimes face them. You have to sometimes be told that the Flowbee is the next thing you need to buy, right?
Flowbee.
Why don't you just tell me
We
the
should-
name of the game you want to
We shall all have the same haircut.
Yeah.
Flowbee.
Same
Flowbee.
haircut. You know what? That's like the future of what movie has everyone has the same haircut in Logan's Run. Everyone has the
Logan's
same
Run.
haircut.
Logan's Run,
Yeah.
yeah.
I look forward to my Flowbee
Except for
future.
Farrah Fawcett. Somehow she missed that that mandate.
It never surprises me when you remind me, or it never not surprises me when you remind me she was in that. I always forget she was in that until you say something.
All right, I'm going to try doing it on my phone now. I've tried every other device.
Okay.
Let's see if it's a Windows problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably is, but it's okay. Windows 11.
Probably. Oh, sure, probably.
Yeah, I haven't had huge issues with 11, but I've had a few little weird things, mostly audio related. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that's why that game didn't run right. But it's it's a little
Well,
fishy.
you showed them.
Yeah, it's a little fishy. It's okay. I'm sure they'll patch through it, just like every Windows version. They'll patch it for like 7 years and then it works. So that's a good time.
Oh, Amazon web servers might be down. Is that the deal?
Oh, so some
Yeah,
people
it's
access, some people don't.
I don't know if that's. We
I
can
don't
always
know.
play the pencil and paper version of the game. I can just have you
Right.
guys. Buzzer is really the tough thing. You've just got to be able to remember what's been guessed before.
All right, we'll just say me and make it work. If you
All right.
Brian, so your phone didn't do it either, right? You're out. Dunaway.
Brian, I think in using his phone, he hung up.
I'm still here. Can you
Oh,
guys
okay.
not hear me?
No, we
Didn't
didn't
hear
hear
you
you for a second.
You guys are
Yeah.
breaking up for me too, so I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know
it's
what's going
you.
on.
You got some weird ass shit going on down there. How about this? I'm gonna change this to a different zone. All right, Dunaway, how do you feel now? How you sounding there, buddy?
You guys are still a little bit crusty, but sometimes that happens and then it flows through. One thing that I'm having trouble with, the stupid Discord app on the phone doesn't give me pins, so I have to I'm over here and it's like, what's that password? Oh, good, that's a good one. Very secure.
Well,
so, yeah, that's one of
we'll
these
do the pen and paper
Is
version.
there a library nearby with some public computers you can rent? Or
There's a good idea. I put my headphones on and
Yeah.
what was?
Sir, you're gonna have to leave. They'll
Sir.
say.
Sir, you must leave now, sir.
You need to. Well, let's just do the pen and paper.
Let's just
version.
do the we'll just do the
Let's just do the pen and paper type.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's so weird because I'm getting an invalid room code. That just doesn't seem like. That just seems like a weird message to get. You would think that I would get,
You'd think.
something.
Yeah, you'd be wrong,
All
but
right.
you'd think.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's all good. All right, Brian, we'll take it away then
okay.
this way. Let's do it this way.
Sure. All right. Put your hands on your virtual buzzers, and you guys will just shout your just go me. and
Let
I'll-
me try. Just
Okay,
one
all
thing,
right.
just
Okay.
real
All right.
quick. I'm just
No
going to
problem.
try something.
It's good radio. It's good radio for us to be.
For some reason, every time I put it in here,
Oh, this is why old media does it their way.
Oh.
right.
Oh.
It translates the room code into an abbreviation. So, okay, there it goes. Okay, so whenever I click on the link that was pinned to Discord, it would translate it to part of the URL for some reason.
Well, that's effed up.
It's the room code. But if I copied and pasted the room code from the URL, it worked. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Weird.
Shut up.
Okay,
Excellent.
good. You're in.
All right,
We're
you're
in. We're
Yay.
in. Okay, now I have to do it the stupid way.
The old-fashioned
Oh,
way.
did I win the game?
Yes, you won.
We all won.
Yeah.
We all
God.
We all lost. All right, so now it's up.
All
See
right,
that?
cool.
Okay.
Let's do this. Here we go.
Yeah.
Put your hands on your buzzers now that you have them,
Yeah.
and be exact. Okay, I'm just
Okay.
gonna tell you that. Be exact.
Yeah.
Okay.
We asked the tadpole. 581 of them responded. 10 of them could not come up with an answer to this.
Okay.
Name a Crayola crayon color.
Oh.
Scott.
Burnt sienna.
Oh,
Burnt
that's nice.
sienna.
Yeah, they have that.
Number 3. Brian, 2 answers will beat it. Can you name a Crayola crayon color the tadpole said more popularly?
More popularly.
More popularly.
I'm gonna go with flesh color. Flesh, because that one always gets the ire up.
It does.
So I'm going with
yes,
flesh.
exactly.
All right,
flesh,
flesh.
because there's only one color of flesh out there. Show me flesh.
Show me some flesh.
It's lower. That means I win.
Number 6.
Aw.
Yeah, so Scott and Tom Norm have control.
All right, Tom, you and I, buddy, we got this. Do anything
Yeah,
jump to
we
your?
can do that. Sure.
Yeah, do you got a color that you want to get on there?
I feel like blue is fairly popular.
Yeah, people like the blue.
I almost went something good. That's a good, smart one. Yeah.
Okay, all
I'll
right.
say blue.
Show me blue.
I'm
Number
blue.
2. 2
Okay.
blue.
All right.
What is odd here is that you want to be very specific about the
Yes.
colors,
Yes.
which is something that Crayola is very specific about. But then the tadpole, did they know it?
Yeah, good question.
Right. See, that's the thing, right? Like, did the
Right.
tadpole make up things, or were they real?
Oh crap!
Let's go. Goo. Let's goo.
Let's goo.
Let's do yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah,
All right.
yellow.
Look out
yellow-
the stars.
Yeah.
Oh, they shine for you.
yellow
Show me. Well, they were all yellow.
Oh no yellow.
No yellow. No yellow.
Man.
So,
All right.
No YOLO. How about YOLO?
no YOLO.
You only crayon once. I'm gonna go with red since blue was on there.
Sure.
Let's go with the primary colors and
Why
see
not?
if that was popular. Oh, are you kidding me? Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Show me red. Yeah, number 1 answer was red.
Oh wow.
You were so slow on that. I was like,
Oh, really? Oh, you
Yeah.
sound like you're still talking, so I didn't know if you were about to change
you were
it.
so slow, and I'm like, oh crap. I got
Worked well for all the
screwed.
primary colors except yellow.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything
true.
except yellow.
That's true.
Yellow. All right, you still have control, Brian. What
All
else
right,
you got?
well,
there are 6 answers left on the board.
You can't color your Muppets coloring book unless you got some green. So
Sure. All right. I hear it's not easy being
It's
this
not.
color. Show me green. Number 4.
Number 4.
Look at you. Look at you.
Damn, dude.
So we're just naming it. I like this one better because sometimes you say, "Give me your favorite," and this is just
yes.
name one.
No,
It's
name
great.
a Crayola crayon color. Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go green.
Bless you.
Achoo! I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna
Sometimes I
go
just
with the.
hit the button. Sometimes I just walk away.
Walk away.
Just walk
Just
away.
walk away. Just walk away.
I'm gonna go with the worst crayon because it's just pointless. It's pointless
Sure.
because almost all coloring books are like a light color, so white.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you try to color on top of something else,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's just
exactly.
I hate
This
that
is
one.
and this is where the name a Crayola crayon color versus name your favorite Crayola crayon color
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
into play. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's no way would this be up there. All right. Show me white.
Oh.
Oh.
Number 22. People did say white. and
Really?
A couple people even said the most useless Crayola crayon color.
There you
but,
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I mention yellow was number 31, by the way? Yellow did make the board.
Oh,
but
look,
it
yellow was on
way
there.
low.
Yellow is
Okay.
one of my favorite crayons.
Now we're just
Yellow.
talking the basic box because there were other boxes
Yeah.
that had like tons more and like weird
I mean, I think
metallic.
we're
There's
looking at
20
the
was it-
64. We're looking
Or
at
they
the
go
64
12,
box.
right? Go
Okay.
12, 32, 64, and then the
Yeah.
100. Was there 128? Was it? Did it?
I don't think they jumped. I don't think they jumped.
Was it like RAM? Was
It
Crayola
was
like
That's what I was
RAM?
trying to remember. I was like, am I making that up in my head in a memory? Or was that?
Everything jumps like RAM. I love it.
Yeah. The doubles, crayon, they double every so many years. Yeah, I think that's right.
So yeah, I'm
I
just,
kind of
Control.
feel like the tadpole would go with like a maze or a goldenrod or something weird.
Oh,
oh, was there a goldenrod?
the gold crayon was cool.
That was the C3PO color.
Yeah, that was cool. I love that one.
Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we say goldenrod? Why is that? That sounds right to me. Let's say, because if they're not saying yellow, they had to have said something in the yellow range, and that would certainly be goldenrod.
Right.
We'll say
Also,
golden.
that is
Sure.
oddly specific.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say it.
All right. Show me Goldenrod. Now that I say it out loud, it sounds perverted.
Yes.
Number 28 in the Tadpoles overall list. They did say it, but not wasn't super high.
Damn it.
Unlike Ibit. Let me think here. Zub. They didn't go with white, so I wouldn't think they'd do the other one. How about give me some of that brown so I can color my Zune coloring book.
All right. Squirt me some brown.
Oh, man.
Squirt me a song from your Zune.
Right.
I can't imagine how Microsoft wow, we were surprised that didn't take off. Squirt me a track.
Yeah. Brown is new black, apparently not.
I remember a burnt orange.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Since we got our burnt sienna out, I don't know if anyone's going to say burnt orange. I don't know on that one. Tom, save me.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, I was kind of thinking silver.
Oh yeah,
I
silver
love
in
this. So
there?
you're like me, Tom. I love the gold and silver. All the metallic ones, those were cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Those are really fun to
But
make
were those
some
in the
weird-ass
initial?
artwork.
I guess they were in
20
the initials.
They weren't. I don't think they were in the
64
24 pack. Oh, you just mean like the
Definitely
initial
were in
run?
the 24 pack, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
60. But the 64 they
You
were.
had to get the 64 to get the metallics.
Yeah. But you got the crayon sharpener in the back.
Yeah.
That's right, built in. Yep.
Yeah, paper sharpener holder deal. All right, why not? We'll just say, ugh. You know what? I'm gonna change it up. I remember cobalt blue.
Oh, that's a good one. I remember Cobalt
Yeah,
Blue
that's a
too.
good one.
Yeah,
That's
do
good.
that.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh, that
Shit.
reminds me.
I'm not gonna get it.
Show me Cobalt Blue. Damn it! Yeah, sure enough.
Oh, now I'm
Cobalt
worried.
Blue was where was it? Let's see here. I think somebody said it. Oh, yeah, it's tied for 46th place. One person said it.
Wow.
One
How-
person.
After you got out of the top 10, how many unique answers?
Yeah, that's a really good
Were
question. There were unique answers, 102 unique answers.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So bigger than the big box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So what do you got there, Brian?
now
It's
I'm
yours.
worried.
It's yours to win. Actually, I think you've won. But
You've won, but
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to go with secondary colors, even though I'm a little worried about this one. Orange. You glad I didn't
Sure.
say banana?
All right. Show me orange. Oh, and that does bring our game to a close.
oh, man.
Violet.
Congratulations, Brian. Sorry, Tom Norm.
Oh, Tom.
Those
Wow.
prizes will carry over to next week. But let's see what's remaining on the board here. Orange. Well, this is the new orange. Clearly,
Right.
Oh, orange
you
is
should
the
have
new
said
orange.
you were hesitating on black and white, or when you said white, you were thinking, oh, what
Yeah,
about
they're not
black?
going to have black, but I guess so, yeah.
Always
Yeah,
bet on
I've-
black. Always.
Always
Yeah,
bet
that's
on
a good
black.
point.
24 Tadpoolers said black. Then we get into the weird stuff, right? You've got your
Two-tone, like the
your blue, green, yellow,
yes,
orange.
blue green
red, all
was
that
my
stuff.
favorite.
Right, but then we get into this kind of stuff. One of the newer colors in the Crayola box, macaroni and cheese.
cheese.
When did that get
Now,
added?
You
That's
can't
new.
eat that, right? You know, people do know that, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, you can't eat
Color,
those
that's not
Okay,
crayons.
food.
Tadpool, just
They're non-toxic.
Oh, wait. When
But,
did that get added? Do you have that data?
90s, I believe.
Oh, the
I did look
1990s.
it up to make sure that it was in the.
Wow.
and they didn't. And how about a Nuggets color? Is there nugs in there? Is there?
Yeah, chicken nuggets, chicken
Nugs.
strips. Yeah. Get it all done.
Hold on, I'm gonna look and see when somebody look that up because I'm not gonna look up when mac and cheese got added.
I'll
But,
look it up. Why not? Keep going.
Okay. All right. Next up was number 8, brick red.
Brick red. Okay.
Brick
okay.
red.
I don't remember
Okay.
that. Don't remember that one at all.
Number 9, you were dancing around burnt orange. There was one more burnt,
Oh.
and it was burnt umber. There was
Oh,
also
okay.
raw umber.
Raw umber.
Oh, that
I
umber
I
is raw.
like my umber somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
bit
I
of pink
do
in
too.
the middle.
Yeah.
I don't like it so
A
raw.
medium rare
Not
umber.
raw, but also not burnt.
Yeah. I don't like rare umber. Too bloody.
And
I
finally,
like it raw.
a very popular 1993 was macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
Is it-
shit. You're right. I just saw it as you said it. All right. Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, cerulean, which is
Oh
just
my
a fun,
God.
it's a favorite. Like it's high up in here because the tadpole really just likes to say
I don't-
cerulean.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know what that color is. What is that even? Is
It's
it
blue. There was a whole
blue?
Wasn't there a whole X-Files episode, not a whole one, but the beginning of an X-Files episode when somebody was realizing they
whole
could see
one.
the future, and they're in this car and they go cerulean, and the driver says, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they come to a stop sign that they were about to go through because they were
Yeah.
distracted by cerulean, and a big truck that would have slammed into him goes by. And
I don't remember that. I got to go back and watch it.
cerulean on the side.
Oh. That's I don't remember that at all, but that's kind of cool. It
So
sounds
it's
like
called Pusher in the
Pusher
is it 17th
episode is what-
episode. Okay,
Yeah,
The third
Pusher.
season.
Identity Force says Pusher, and
interesting.
it's that actor that we've seen in everything too, and I can't remember his name, but we've seen him a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Some other ones that didn't make the top 10: cyan, periwinkle, cornflower blue,
Periwinkle.
peach, forest green, magenta. We had cyan, we had magenta. Orange, purple, brown, tickle me pink, midnight
Oh, yeah.
blue, fire engine red. Then you've got your red orange, not to be confused with the orange red, which was right next to it in the box.
Right.
Eggplant means a whole different thing now. Electric blue. Razzle Dazzle Rose apparently is a newer one. Screamin' Green.
Yeah.
Orange. Atomic Tangerine. Butterscotch.
Yeah.
Fart gas, somebody said. I
Yeah.
don't think that was in there.
There's a Robin Eggs Blue in here. Never even heard of that.
Robin Egg Blue is one that somebody said. Hot
Mm.
Pink, Indian Red, Laser Lemon.
Laser
What are you
Lemon.
doing, Laser Lemon?
I like that.
Laser lemon.
That's awesome.
Love that.
I want to see a laser
Seafoam,
lemon. Yeah.
Sunset Orange. There you go.
All right. Well, there you have it. Our Crayola version of the feud today. Well done.
Yeah, I'm seeing a 120 box. I want that one. Oh, it comes with stuff. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
120? They didn't go 128?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I said. But I think they had to squeeze some memorabilia in there too. So I don't know.
There's one called that came out, or they put in here in 1926. It was pulled out in 1944, so it's not there now. But it was called
Everything
Maximum.
was made out of lead.
It was called Maximum Red Purple. That's cool.
Oh, maximum red purple.
Maximum Red Purple.
That's
And they're-
what color your toe is if your shoes are too tight.
Yeah, right? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. They should have one in here called, there's a Van Dyke Brown. That was pulled in 35. So
There
then
you
you
go.
don't have that anymore. Anyway, well done to everybody
sorry,
except
Tom.
Tom. You lose. But that's all right.
That's
Tom
fine.
knows. Tom's been he's been down this rodeo before. He understands how this works, and he'll be back again sometime soon. Tom, thanks for playing. And Brian Dunaway, thanks for being here to be a part of it all. Man, what a party it's been once again.
And Brian, I'm
Yeah.
going to let you know, keep this link handy because Monday we're going to be playing a new game that uses another interface in this thing.
In this format. Okay.
format.
Keep it handy.
Oh, interesting. So I don't get any more squirms.
Well,
No. Well, maybe in the future we'll have some more squirms,
Oh,
but I think we
backtracking.
had our
Okay.
last squirm. I have a stack of cards that I can't use for Morning Squirm because they're so disgusting.
really?
Yeah.
Well, wait,
It is. I'm
yeah.
talking. I mean, this is
The
like Urban
morning
Dictionary
hurl.
stuff.
the morning puke. Let's do that.
Yeah, the morning
Yeah.
puke.
Yeah.
Excellent. Brian Dunaway, sure look forward to seeing you this weekend for Film Sack, where we get back together and we watch a thing, which I don't remember what
All right,
it is.
we're gonna watch The Hearts in Atlantis. Isn't that it?
Oh,
Hearts.
right. Another
right?
Richard Bachman book.
Yeah, Stephen King.
Yep. Anthony Hopkins in there doing a thing. I've
Right.
never seen it, so excited to see how that goes. That's Hearts.
I scrubbed it,
Yeah.
and it was yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it.
You're real excited. I can tell you're stoked about it. All right. Well,
I
good.
usually, a lot of times I'll scrub movies like that. I'll just kind of scrub, just kind of look real quick through it.
Yeah.
And I was like waiting for some kind of exciting event or anything,
Yeah.
and it's mostly people talking. Maybe the dialogue's really good.
Yeah, maybe. It's supposed to be a good book. I don't know how the film adaptation
And
is.
It's one of those anthology books, isn't it? Like it's a collection of short or novellas, right?
Well, it was part of a collection of short stories. Yes, the
Right.
movie itself
It's
or the book
called-
itself is its own. It's its own standalone thing, but it's part of another collection.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but that's okay. Sometimes Stephen King, like Green Mile and Shawshank, were both short stories in a collection, and they were amazing. So,
Yeah.
who knows? We might be able to get something great. If not, we'll blame Randy because he picked it. It'll be fine.
Oh, did he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't pick it. We all agreed to it.
Yeah,
That's true,
we
that's
did,
true.
but he still
By the way,
picked it.
I'm moving Mars Attacks over to the left side because that is on streaming now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is it really? I saw a bunch of Hulu just picked up a whole bunch of old crappy movies. There's a few things I was going to tell you guys
Oh,
about. But
all right.
Cool.
That's great. Well, we look forward to that this weekend. That's right. Filmsack.com. You know it. You love it. Bye, Brian. All right.
Okay.
He's out of here just in time for us to take
Out
a
of
break.
here.
When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. Going to do a little tech talk this morning. And then after that, recommentals with the aforementioned Randy and more. So stick around. Brian, hey, Brian, play a song, Brian.
Sorry, I'm in the process of Mars Attacks Netflix. I moved the losers.
Moved Catwoman. Oh, you moved the losers. Okay. All
I
right.
moved the losers down one. Don't worry, losers still happening, but we're going to do Mars Attacks between Wild Things and the losers.
It's all good. All good in the hood.
Yeah, it's time for a little indie in the middle, and it's an indie that is submitted by a listener who's the person responsible for making it. It says, "Hello, Brian and Scott. Patreon and occasional tadpooler Thomas from Norway here. This summer I released my first EP in a decade called Tears in Rain, filled with songs about powerlessness, loneliness, all that good stuff. I'm going to request that you play TKO, a strangely jubilant song about feeling your age. I'm sure you can relate. We're roughly the same age, as seen through the eyes of an ex-pro boxer. I've already submitted the song once since you said you'd play any music from the community as long as you didn't completely hate it. So either you thought it was horrible or you didn't get to it yet. I just didn't get to it yet. Either way, love the show, though. And I'm dedicating this to Tanya, my kind and patient partner of 28 years so far.
Oh, my
Signed,
gosh.
Thomas.
That's great. Long time.
Yeah. All right. So this is from Tadpooler and listener Thomas Herlofson. This
Hold on.
is from the...
Hold on a second. I want to play this for his Tanya. Hold on.
My name is Tanya.
All right, go ahead.
Well, and I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. It's Tonje.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'd say
I
that.
would guess that that's pronounced Tanya. Somebody might correct me, and if we'll have to find another audio clip if I'm wrong. Here is Thomas Herlofson from the EP Tears in Rain and the song TKO.
I'm rolling because I want to show you what to do if your clothes ever catch on fire. Because the fire won't just burn your clothes, it'll burn you. You're magical.
You fat slob. This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Brian, remind us who that was just now.
Sure. That was Thomas Herlofson and the song TKO from the EP Tears in Rain.
TKO.
TKO, a technical knockout.
Yeah.
By the way, you want to hear? I'll give you the question and not one of the answers from one of the cards I will not use for trivia for Morning Storm.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
What does it mean when you give somebody a Poughkeepsie inhaler?
I have no idea. Do you even want to tell me? Is it horrible?
Well, see, that's the thing. So somebody, while you were on your VR,
Yeah.
could have been giving somebody a Poughkeepsie inhaler.
Oh. Like tooting in their mouth?
If there was a... Yes.
Oh,
There
my
was another
God.
person involved.
What is that about? Who is doing that? Somebody's doing that, and it ain't me. Holy
It's
Moses.
Somebody does it enough to give it a name.
Sorry, Poughkeepsie, you got roped into that deal.
Yeah.
Whatever
So there you go.
that is.
That's one of the questions we won't be using for the Morning Squirm.
That's fantastic. All right, let's get Tom in here on that note and have a little bit of tech discussion. Always a good time on a Wednesday morning. And, we need to know. We need to know.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
Celebrating Sony buying Bungie week, we have Tom Merritt here joining us from the Daily Tech News Show. Tom, look at you in your cool sweaty. I like your sweatshirt. That's a good look. Look at that. DTNS and
Hey,
everything.
thanks.
Look at that, a DTNS.
It's a nice.
Wow.
It's a lens design.
Anybody who's a patron at the very top level gets one of these sent to them every 3 months they remain a patron.
That's amazing. It's also,
And
I
if
think,
you're like, I can't afford the top level, we also have other things like a mug.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, these are Len Peralta designs, I believe.
Yeah, this is a Peralta original.
Yeah, a print, if you will, an NFT. Not really. Hey,
He
it's
does NFTs.
Tom's here to talk about tech. We always do this on Wednesdays, where he comes in, talks about the latest tech headlines that are happening that day in preparation for the Daily Tech News Show, which happens later today. So, Tom, what's going on? Is there anything big out there going on, happening?
Well, I'm looking into the fact that India announced it wants to launch a digital rupee on April 1st.
A droopy.
A droopy. Oh,
you know,
yeah. What was droopy say?
Calling it a digital rupee on April 1st. I don't know. I just
yeah.
makes me wonder. A droopy?
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
digital,
Anyway.
not to be confused with the actual digital rupees that already exist in Zelda games. We're talking
Correct.
about
These
their
are
currency.
these are distinct. They are non-fungible with the rupee you find in Zelda.
Sure.
So this would make them the 10th country to launch a digital currency, and no, El Salvador is not one of them. Everybody thinks about El Salvador because they made a big deal about accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. That is a different move than issuing a central bank digital currency. The idea with the CBDC is that just like the U.S. Federal Reserve issues dollar bills and $10 bills and $20 bills, there would be a digital currency issued by the government for use. It would not be like Bitcoin. In other words, it wouldn't be decentralized. It would be centralized. It'd be issued by the government, but it could take advantage of some of the efficiencies of blockchain technology to make things more efficient, to make things a little faster. A lot of people are skeptical of whether it really is more efficient or faster. I guess we'll find out as more and more countries do this. But the theory is that even when you centralize the blockchain database, you can get some of the advantages of decentralization that you don't have from a central database. So the decentralization in Bitcoin means nobody owns the servers. The centralization in a central bank digital currency means the government owns all the servers, but they can be in multiple places and they can take advantage of some of the efficiencies of decentralization that you don't get from having a central database. They're more secure. They're less hackable, therefore. They're not, bulletproof, but they're less hackable. And right now, the system requires a lot of checks and balances that a digital ledger has built in to kind of authorize and confirm and avoid fraud. So if you can take advantage of all that, you can make transactions a lot faster. Anybody who's done that, waiting 3 days for a check to get digitally transferred into your account, that stuff could be done almost instantaneously with a digital currency. It also means that you could issue currency directly to people instead of having to do it through banks, although it looks like the banks are going to say, yeah, but we don't want to go out of business, so please issue them through us. That's certainly the case in the United States. So we're going to check in on that on DTNS, kind of the state of central bank digital currencies, but this is something that is coming, and it has the potential to help the unbanked. In other words, you could have a wallet with digital currency in it without having to qualify for a bank account.
Gotcha.
So even if banks are helping to administer the system, it could make it a lot easier because you don't have to pass credit checks and background checks and things like that. So there's a lot of potential upsides, obviously a lot of potential downsides in centralization. Is it really more efficient? All of that. But it's something that 87 countries are investigating and 9 countries have already launched. So we're going to see more of these.
So here's my question. Centralization, my initial thought is when you centralize your digital currency, just like if you centralize your physical currency, it automatically will make it a more stable, less volatile currency.
Correct.
By that, I mean, you hear about these huge pumps of
depends on the country.
Well,
right?
it depends on the country, right? People's currencies collapse
certain
all the time.
fiat currencies are very volatile, but yeah, in general, fiat currencies tend to be more stable.
Right.
So,
yeah. So if you're already, your rupee market is pretty stable, chances are your digital rupee market will probably be more stable than, say, something that's more of a speculative Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that. Is the U.S. anywhere near something like this? Do you think? Like, if you had to guess?
Yeah. The U.S. is investigating this. The Federal Reserve is conducting an investigation. It's very early on. They're already trying to negotiate congressional opposition to it. There is opposition on the environmental end of people worried that it would use too much power. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to use any more power than a current data center does. If you don't do proof of work like Bitcoin does, which you wouldn't need to in a centralized system.
Sure.
There's also people opposed to it on the grounds of it, putting the banks out of business. They've got bank lobbyists who contribute to their campaign, so they want to make sure that the banks don't get cut out. And there's other people opposed to it just on grounds of being, I don't know, kind of anti-technology sentiment. We don't need it. It's not more efficient. So there's some opposition in Congress, but the Fed is taking a very measured approach, saying we will not issue this until Congress grants us authorization to do so. We will investigate it and present all the facts to Congress so it can make an informed decision. That's where we are. Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum is the Bahamas, that issued one in October 2020. They were the first one out of the gate. They've had one for a long time now. And China is the biggest country that's the farthest down the road. They've issued one that is in a test phase, but they've got millions of users of it. And they're really going to try to push it to be used during the Olympics to try to move that test farther along.
Yeah, that's the great thing about China. You can your tests can be millions and millions of people, maybe hundreds of millions of people, and you're still only talking
in just
a fraction.
one city. It could be millions and millions of people, and that's what they've done. They've tested it in Shanghai, they've tested it in Beijing, and got millions of users. So yeah, that one's the biggest currency that's farthest down the road. Korea just finished their phase 1, and of course India just kind of came out of nowhere and said we're issuing one April 1st. Yeah. Not giving you any details on how it's going to work or anything like that, but it's coming.
China should just call theirs the 10 cent. That's what they should refer to it as,
Oh yeah, no, they're not. They're definitely in the mood in China. If people out there don't realize, is that the government is cracking down on tech companies for having too much power. So that's funny because Xi Jinping would not want to call anything after a tech company.
No,
it is the digital yuan. If anybody wants to know that.
That's what they call it, just digital yuan. Okay, well, that's boring. You need to have a cool new name, man. You got to Droopy.
I know, right? The Bahamas called theirs the sand dollar.
That's cool. See,
it's Everybody else is just calling it the digital rupee, the digital yuan,
boring.
The digital dollar.
Yeah, I don't want digital dollar because that's boring. You got to call it the dollar, digital
still
dollar.
Think droopy. I'm liking droopy.
Yeah, droopy's
the
not
digital
bad.
euro, the digital shekel.
That's lame. Well, all right. But covering it will not be lame. That'll be today on the Daily Tech News Show. So do check that out. Check it out all week, in fact, because it's daily tech coverage. It's right there in the name. It's got D in the name. It's for daily. And I'll be on today because Wednesdays are my day, damn it. So watch for that.
It's not the Digital Tech News Show?
No, it's the
Okay, all right.
You need to start your own currency, Tom. And
we could get off the hook of having to do this every day if we change our name.
That's right. There you go. BitClam. That's a good one. I see you. I want BitClam.
BitClam.
That's good. Do it. Like, it has to be some coastal, clam farming town or city, state, whatever.
Yeah, shells have often been used as currency in history, so there's something there.
The BitClam. That's amazing. All right. Hey, Tom, anything else going on you want to mention to the fine folks?
Well, you mentioned you're going to be on the show today, and one of the things we're going to have you talk about is kind of the overview of all the gaming upheaval with Sony wanting to buy Bungie, Microsoft wanting to buy Activision Blizzard. This sort of announcement from Sony that they want to get into 10 live platform games by 2026 after they acquire Bungie. So we're going to get Scott's take on all of that. Be sure to check that out, dailytechnewsshow.com. And as we mentioned, if you become a patron every 3 months at the highest levels, if you stick around, you get some cool stuff.
Yeah, like this rad sweatshirt you got on today. It's really nice.
And if you're at the mug level, 9 months in, you get this one with Sarah's face on it.
Oh, well, then why wouldn't you want? What is even the reason not to? You just convinced me. So go get in there, you guys. It's Tom Merritt, Ace Detect on Twitter. If you're trying to find him, then Tom, have a fantastic few hours till I see you again. Bye now. If I can just say words, it'd be great. Hey, we're done with Tom. That means that it's time for us to recommend some shit. And
The low-key Randy Deluxe.
Yeah.
Sleepy Randy, I think is what we call him.
Yeah, he's probably no coffee in his system. He's probably super chill today. And we're going to dive right in here, folks. Doodle-doodle-doo. Time for us to do recommentals, where we take streaming stuff and recommend it to you, fine folks at home. Sometimes we tell you to stay away from things. Will I be doing that today? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, hey, it's Randy Deluxe, Randy Jordan. Hey, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Good morning stream. I am so glad to be here. I'm happy to say I did not blow $3.6 billion this week.
Yeah.
I did, however, really wonder what is up with the tadpole not knowing the number one Crayola color, which is Goldenrod.
Yeah.
It's Goldenrod.
It is Goldenrod. I agree.
A few people said it, but yeah, it was
not
surprisingly a low number saying Goldenrod.
Feels like Goldenrod was everywhere. Like you would have extra Goldenrods in packages.
That was my porn name, by the way.
Was it Goldenrod? Yeah.
Four tadpoolers said Goldenrod.
It's just it's unbelievable. It was the color. It was the one that if you looked at anybody's Crayola box when I was a kid, it was way down.
Yeah.
Like they were all, because you judged by how far down the color had been used.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Right. That's how you judge.
That's how you know if it was good. Yeah.
That one, burnt sienna, was always way down.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my daughter's dog, was it Ripley or maybe Rainer? One of our dogs ate a crayon recently. Can't remember which one now. Do I have that right? Is Carter in the chat? She could clear this up. But I think one of them ate one, and I don't remember if we got it out, if they ate the whole thing. I don't know if you're supposed to do something special.
Some burnt sienna wrapper.
I mean, it should be it's just waxy nothing, right? It's not going to hurt them.
Yeah, it's carnauba wax or something.
You say it's waxy nothing, but I just 2 weeks ago had a load of laundry that included some shorts or pants from my kid with a Crayola in the pocket.
All melted in there.
And it managed to go through the wash and the dryer.
Yeah.
And
that's
ruined like hundreds of dollars worth of clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Totally does, yeah.
Some new shirts of mine that you can't possibly get that
When
out.
there's a will, there's a way, I always say. Hey, Carter in the chat says it was Ripley. Okay, I did have it right, but I couldn't remember which dog. But she was fine. She pooped it, right? Or she yak it? I don't remember. She usually throws up something gross once a day. Anyway, hey, Randy, it's good to have you here. We're going to dive right in and do these recommentals. The grand tradition is Brian starts, and we're not changing that. He's starting today. Brian, anything to set up here?
With tradition?
Yeah, not us.
First one is a series, and boy, it gets summed up. The crux of the series gets summed up in just these first few seconds of what you're about to hear.
My goodness, here we go.
I know what you want to hear. But the truth is, the plane crashed. A bunch of my friends died, and the rest of us starved and scavenged and prayed for 19 months till they finally found us. And that's the end of the story.
I think we both know there's a bit more to it than that. I can't imagine what you guys went through out there. Nobody can. And that is worth something. It's worth a lot, actually. I can guarantee you a 7-figure book advance right here, right now.
We could write it together, but it's your name on the cover.
Not interested. Sorry.
What if I told you the others were?
Then I would say that you're lying.
So you are still in touch.
I haven't spoken to any of them in years. I would not know how to get hold of them, even if I wanted to. I moved on, and I genuinely hope that they were able to do the same.
No idea what this is.
That is a series called Yellow Jackets.
Oh, right.
This is about
this. People won't shut
high
up
school.
About it. Yeah.
Who won't?
They won't. Just people love it. That's just like people freaking.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
Yeah.
This is a series about a group of teenagers, a high school soccer team that is on their way to the state championship, or sorry, the national championships after winning state, and their plane crashes in the mountains, and it's how they survive. But you get a lot of like the Lost kind of thing, where you get, instead of flashbacks, you get the flash forwards, right? You see them as teenagers actually surviving in the mountains, and then you see them in current day and age where they're experiencing this like book deals and like a little mystery that's going on. There's a very there's a very lost kind of feel to parts of this, but I don't want anybody to feel like this is super losty. It doesn't have that we're creating this weird smoke monster looking thing that creates screeching noises in the jungle and stuff like that.
But bottom line of this for me was their cannibalism.
Yeah. Is this like that Alive movie with the soccer players in it? Is that what this is?
Since you see the answer to your question within the first minute of the show, the first couple minutes of the show, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since that's not a spoiler.
Subject right there. You
It
know,
is a
like
subject.
Like, you know, when we live in a time when we've had like Game of Thrones already, and so a lot of taboo subjects have been put front and center in like our most watched shows. You know. But
Yeah.
wow, this okay, interesting.
Yeah,
for sure. But it's not super, you know, it's not there's blood in it, of course, but it's not like over the top kind of stuff. Your cast is some great folks in here. Juliette Lewis and Christina Ricci and Melanie Linsky are the adult versions of some of these teenagers. Melanie Linsky, people might know, she was one of the girlfriends on 2.5 Men. I think the most consistent of the girlfriends on 2.5 Men.
Oh, I know
she
which
was
one
also
that is. Yeah.
with you. You definitely know her when you see her. It's like, oh yeah, I totally know her. She's from New Zealand, and I never would have guessed that. Although the big hint should have been, she was in that Peter Jackson movie, Beautiful Creatures, with Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
She was the girl that was not Kate Winslet in Beautiful Creatures.
All right.
Sure.
This is so far it's great. It's a 10-episode first season. It has been renewed for a second season, so we will get a continuation of the story. Thank goodness. It is on Showtime. So here's what you do if you haven't done this already. Get the Showtime Paramount Plus combo, and it's the same price as just getting Paramount Plus alone. You can watch your Picard, you can watch your Star Trek Discovery, you can watch all that stuff, and then you can watch the Showtime stuff and watch Dexter, New Blood, and Yellow Jackets.
Is this the girl? I'm gonna put this in our Discord. Is this the girl that I think it is from 2.5 Men? Is that her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's
That's the one I always think of. Is that not her?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, she's always the one I think of when you say the regular girlfriend, but maybe I've got the wrong one.
She was the stalker, I should say. Oh, that's Paget Brewster that you put in the chat.
Oh, not her then.
She was the one that was added to that horrible Yahoo season 6 of Community, but was one of the best parts of that horrible Yahoo season 6.
Gotcha.
Monica reminded me it's the one who stalked Charlie Sheen.
A thing that would never happen in real life because no one likes Charlie Sheen.
Right, yes.
Yeah. I didn't watch that show very much, but I always remembered her for some reason.
Yeah, Melanie Linsky, I'll just give you a little, let's see here. Copy, image, paste. Here you go.
A lot of people in the chat watch 2.5 Men. Jeez.
I know. I've never seen a single episode of that, but
okay.
There you go.
Oh, the girl that...
she was also in Up in the Air, The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
They say the chat says Linsky was in that. I just watched it.
She's in Don't Look Up.
She's the wife. Oh, okay.
Right.
I know who that is. She's great. I liked her in that.
Great.
Yeah, he pissed me off so bad in there. I really felt bad for her. It's a long story.
Yes.
Go watch Don't Look Up if you want to know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
So is Yellow Jackets a starring Christina Ricci and Juliette Lewis show, or is it a featuring once on one episode Christina Ricci and Juliette Lewis?
Featuring in every episode. It's, they are the adult version. Like you spend half your time in the show with the adult versions of some of the characters, and of course that does let you know a couple people who survived, but you still don't know how many of the rest of them survived.
I think Randy's point is like they are regular cast members.
They're regular cast members, but they're not. I wouldn't call them stars.
They're not
of the
first names you see in the credits, and that's I guess we're just still not to the time yet. And I keep predicting it, and it's not happening. When the de-aging tech and all of the CG makeup and so forth is so good that you just have one actor play multiple ages at all times. Like
here's the thing. Christina Ricci's character. The teenage version of Christina Ricci's character is pretty good. Looks a little bit like her. The woman that they found to play the young version of this woman I put in Discord, perfect casting.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like you know what I'm talking about, right?
I
Like
totally know what you're talking about. Yeah, absolutely.
We have the tech now for the run of a mill TV show to have full CG exteriors and interiors. You only need to put people on a soundstage surrounded by green, and everything else is made by computers. It's all video game.
It can be
animation.
done. Sure, it's expensive though. So if you're gonna do your drama like this, it's probably less expensive still to do it this way, but I take your meaning. Like,
I want to talk about this more with my recommendal. Because
isn't there
like,
okay?
Because very like it's very seamless. Many shows, so many shows you wouldn't expect. They're CGIing in cars and buildings and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But like the people, we're still casting different people to play 20 years apart.
It will be cool, once we're able to do that. And that, because then it just won't take you out of the film when you see, oh yeah, that's totally it. What's great is when they use, like, they show the person's adult life and they've got the photos on their wall, and you can look at those as they walk by them and say, oh, that's clearly photos of that actor as a kid that they've like photoshopped or put on the walls. I do too.
I just want to stop a minute and say I love that. If that is a job, I would like that job.
You'd like
seriously
that job?
like I am so attracted to the task that whoever has in a show of talking to your media artist about making. Like, I don't know why. I just love that figuring out how to put pictures on the wall. And again, it goes to my thing about what we do in the shadows. Man, the beginning of what we do in the shadows gets me every time. I so want all those pictures of me and mine.
Oh, the intro? Yeah,
right, all the young versions of this. So Drenched Wildfire asked, is this a horror genre TV show? I would say it's dark humor horror, psychological dark humor. So maybe along the Dexter lines, where there's some gore, there's some horror elements, but for the most part it's kind of like a dark humor kind of thing.
Okay. This one has definitely been on my radar. Everyone keeps talking about it. I got to watch it.
I don't want to keep talking about cannibalism, but I realize there's cannibalism and there's cannibalism, right? There's like referencing something terrible that happened and you don't see it and we don't talk about it.
Yes.
And there's depicting it, right? Like those are very different.
Yeah.
You get the former. You don't get the latter on this. You don't see them eating a finger that's been cooked or anything like that.
That's unfortunate. Forget it. I'm out. All right. Let's move on to number 2.
All right. Number 2 is a film. This is going to be a very short clip because it's a Swedish film, and there's maybe 5 English words in the whole thing, but hey, if your Swedish is on point, then you're going to love this.
Oh, sweet. All right, here you go. I'll send it to Wendy. Here you go.
Tyvärr innebär detta att vi inte längre kan styra Aniara. När vi passerar en tillräckligt stor himlakropp så kommer vi med hjälp av gravitationen från den kunna vända tillbaka i kurs. Exakt hur lång tid det kan bli frågan om kan jag i nuläget inte besvara.
Sounds like some Swedish business going on there.
It is some Swedish. Now, the reason I picked that clip and just didn't leave out the clip and just say, oh, it's a Swedish thing, is because that clip really does sell the fact that this is a science fiction dystopian. We talked about Logan's Run earlier in the show, and this has a Logan's Run, but done in 2018 look to it, vibe to it. Sort of. I mean, just in style and technique, not in what people think the future is going to look like kind of thing.
Gotcha.
The movie is called Aniara, 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 and you hear him mention that. That's the name of the ship, and it's a ship where in the future, this dystopian future where the climate finally decides to swallow the Earth whole, they start the migration of Earth to Mars, to recolonization on the planet Mars. And they need to get a bunch of people onto these big ships to get people to Mars. The fact is, these things are massive, and to give them a steering system and this propulsion system to direct them to Mars would be expensive. So they calculate everything to the millimeter and project these spaceships to Mars. These colony floating cities, these big slabs of cities. And something happens to one of these ships, the Aniara, and it goes off course. Some space debris makes it go off course. Because it doesn't have any propulsion, all they can really do is, and what they plan on, and what that guy was explaining in his beautiful Swedish language, was that they're going to find a star or planet and kind of slingshot around to come back to Earth, or come back to Mars, like redirect it.
Gotcha.
And that's all I'm going to tell you about this film.
2016 it looks like, not too old.
So this is a horror because they're trapped on a ship together? Is that?
This is just straight up some science fiction.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but horror, the smell that place must have after a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, it must be horrible.
This is some really cool sci-fi. Like, this is science fiction character study, or science fiction character elements. This is a film that I watched on the flight back from, I downloaded it to my iPad and watched it on the flight back from New Orleans. And that said, I'm going to let you know there's some nudity in there that I wasn't expecting, and I had an aisle seat. And so I had to do the thing where I basically swiped the video down to picture in picture.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a towel handy.
Over it, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Swiped it down to where people around me couldn't really see what I was looking at, but I could still see the subtitles for the talking that was going on during the nudity.
I haven't been on a lot of flights the last few years, but I have been on multiple flights the last few years where someone near me that I could see was just watching porn. I mean, it wasn't just porn. It wasn't, yeah.
Really? I feel like that guy needs to get off the plane. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Or go.
I mean, what's he doing? Watching it for the story?
Yeah. What?
So, but again, this Aniara, this is not like Avenue 5. This is not at all.
No, but you know what? This is like the drama version of Avenue 5, really.
Okay.
If you're,
all right.
if we're going to compare it. So this came out in 2018. It's based on a 1956 Swedish poem, of all things. But then in 2018, it premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival, and Magnolia Pictures gave it a theatrical release in 2019. So right before the.
Oh, interesting, because the date on the thing here is 2016. They don't say much about where it came from or how it got there. Where'd you see this?
Hulu. This is on Hulu. And
Amazon. It looks like it's on Amazon Prime too.
Oh, cool. Excellent. I'm glad it's available in multiple places, because I feel like people should see this. God, and I don't want to say, like I said, I don't want to say much more about it, because saying more about it gives some things away and all that stuff.
It's you accept, right, that it's a really hard sell if it's in a foreign language?
I do. I totally do. Because I know people hate reading and subtitles and clearly parasites.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
nice.
I don't know that I still don't think it's the reading. It's the quality of the subtitles that's always suspect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Squid Games is a great example of that. With the
I mean,
Tina watched Squid Game and had the subtitles and the dubbing up, which for me would just be super distracting, because you'd be comparing what they said to what was written. And she'd point out really funny things like, he just said this, but the subtitle said that.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of subtitling on this. I mean, there's a fair amount, but it's not like a super talky film. It's more about the reactions and this futuristic decision making that they have to do.
Nice.
I just want to note, I'm trying to build my follow-up. All this, like, I'm putting down the name of what you, and I'm looking for a link to it. And my browser just really, I start typing in the name of this thing. My browser is like, Animaniacs. No, we need to talk about Animaniacs. Randy, you like Animaniacs. Let's go.
Very different content, Animaniacs, compared to this science.
Very much so. Yeah.
All right, that one's on Hulu. Go check it out.
It's
available
on Hulu, it's on Amazon, and on Amazon
or
Prime.
Amazon
Go
Prime.
check it out.
Yep.
And I can't tell you, there's this actor in there and there's this other actor. I mean, sure, it's got everybody likes to see Bianca Cruziero and Arvin Kananyan and Anel Martini, but
Borka,
that's
all
about
of them. All right. Here's what I did. Now, very busy couple of weeks. I had. As a result,
Here come the excuses.
I haven't been able to watch new stuff. I just haven't had time. So I did watch a couple of previous recommentals. Well, one of them was my own. I rewatched with my wife because she hadn't seen it. She wanted to see Nobody with Odenkirk. So we did. We watched that on HBO Max, which just landed there a couple days ago, or maybe a week ago now. That movie's great. It's John Wick for retired middle-aged guys. It's great. Really enjoyed that. And then we watched Brian's recommental for the Last Duel. Yeah, and it was awesome. We loved it. Jodie Comer makes that thing work. I think without her performance, it's not nearly as good of a film. But that being said, because she's so good, I think Ridley Scott built a hell of a movie around that story. And I thought everybody was great in it. I can't believe Ben Affleck was actually really good in it. And the role he was in just freaked me out. I can't believe how good that was. Mm-hmm. He can do it because he's done it in other movies. Argo's great. Yeah. He's great in movies. But, man, that was awesome. I love that movie. So quick, recap there. But I had really no other time for anything. I watched a thing that I don't think regular people are going to like, so I'm not going to get into it. But instead, I'm going to tell you this rabbit hole.
Hold on.
Man,
no, I'm leaving you there. Leaving you hanging.
I'm not going to get into it. I know that's your job. Your job is to pull a Johnson, but
yeah, my Johnson has been pulled.
Regular people?
Regular people. The broader audience is not going to like this other thing. I'm not even sure I do yet. So
I'm going to like documentary or
no, it's a TV show. It's not porn. No, I'm going to finish it. When it's done, I'll say that it's still ongoing. When it's done, then I'll report back because right now I don't know if I want to recommend it. But here's what I did instead. I had a moment where I had to do some work, and I thought I need something just to play in the background. And I ended up loving it and laughing my head off. And I went through 50 of these. I'll play a clip and you can guess what this is. All right, so here you go. Okay. I'll put it this way: it's a playlist on YouTube. Okay, so here it is.
Now, if we had to have a fight between a wolverine and a hyena, what do you think?
I'm sorry to say, if whoever gets the first bite. But I'm just telling you,
crushing power is unbelievable.
Yes, and you know how you track them?
No.
Their poop is white because they eat bones, they eat everything. If they kill you, you won't even have a bone. They won't even find you.
And are these full grown?
No, these are babies.
These are babies. So how large will these hyenas get?
About as big as they can get. So they get about how much? 150 pounds.
Is it all the Jack Hanna Letterman thing?
Yeah, so I got on this kick where I found basically somebody online had assembled a huge playlist on YouTube of most of Jack Hanna's visits to the Letterman set, both from the NBC years and the ABC years. And I had never seen the 2015 final episode he was on, or the last time he would be on, which was that final week of shows for Letterman before he retired. And that was great. It was a totally awesome visit, and it was also kind of sad because Jack Hanna was crying at the end. He also is, kind of handed a raw deal. He's dealing with Alzheimer's now, and pretty far gone dementia. It really sucks because I think Jack is the sweetest dude ever.
I haven't heard about that. Jeez.
But anyway, he and that's all been in the last couple of years that happened. But anyway, he was always my favorite thing to watch. Back in high school, and I'd stay up late and watch Letterman. I just loved the Jack Hanna visits. Turns out he was there the second most times on the show as a guest at 103 appearances.
Hold on.
I know. That does bring up the game. Let's play.
Okay, so it's maybe Chris Elliott.
Nope.
No, he was he was more of like a.
He was very early and not that long. It was
and featured actor sometimes. Was
so
it
that rules out
Dave Grohl?
Too.
Not Dave Grohl. No.
Okay.
No. Any other guesses? I'll give you a hint. It's an older guy who we kind of just lost. Someone who died recently.
Oh.
Regis?
Yep, Regis Philbin.
Oh, really? Well done.
100,
Jeez, good bull, Randy.
150 appearances by him.
Larry Bud Melman.
No, 150 appearances by Regis. So he has a very comfortable lead. Then it went Jack Hanna, and then behind that was I don't even remember. I forgot the third one. No one ever remembers the third one. Anyway, it was just really delightful, and they were always hilarious. And Jack just naturally is funny, and the rapid fire way that they would have to get animals out and then back and then out and then back, like they were always just on fire to show every animal they brought in there. Funny stuff just happens when animals are out in the middle of an audience, and Dave had the perfect chemistry with them. It's an amazing run. So I just got on this tear where I watched that. So there's my streaming recommendation for the week. Go watch a bunch of Jack Hanna appearances with David Letterman, which you can find a million of them on YouTube. I found a list just by finding.
I have exactly one friend in my life who sends me YouTube playlists, and I want more. But that one friend, by the way, is a Mexican fellow who is working on a degree in English right now.
Yeah.
And so the YouTube playlists he sends me are often kind of related to his realm of study, right? And so like, I need friends to send me fun YouTube playlists. Can you
mean he's an amigo, right? He's an amigo.
He's an amigo.
Sure. Yeah. Yes. I love your accent.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm
fun.
so glad you appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's really good.
But I need.
I worked hard on
please-
that. Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates my.
I'm asking you to, and anybody who's listening, really, if you ever text me, send me some YouTube playlists. I need more.
All right.
Yeah. If you want to learn how to create a power system in Astroneer, I've got quite the playlist for you. I'll send it to you.
Excellent. Excellent news. All right. Well, that's what I watched. Hey, Randy, any setup for your clip?
What do I do with this, Scott? And quick TMS LI. Like, do I put Jack Hanna, David Letterman videos?
I don't know what you do there.
here?
I have no idea.
I think Scott did not put in a proper entry this week. Is what I think.
I mean, you guys, if our recommendations have to adhere to the way that thing works, I don't know if we're doing our jobs right. But all I'm saying is, look, if you got no time, I've had no time for anything extra.
I'm giving you a hard time. I know.
So you just got to do what you can do, and it was really entertaining. Like I found myself like, oh man, I'm so glad I watched this. I needed this, and I think other people might find that as well. There's a real, and go back to even the oldest ones. There's just some moments of like drop dead hilarity from that show. It's so good. Anyway,
sure.
Great.
Okay,
Randy,
just wanted to give you a hard time for a second.
It's all good. Randy,
So
what do you?
I've
got?
recently been recommending things that are like everybody's already seen this. Come on, right? Like it's even if it's new, everybody's watched this stuff that I've been recommending recently. So I'm going to recommend something this week that I'm sure no one has seen, and they haven't seen it because it's brand new and it's not being advertised much at all. And this is prestige television, by the way. So that's a whole thing. I think maybe we might want to unpack what that even means. But it's prestige television. The clip Scott's about to play, the only setup you need is that this is set in 1882. And it is a conversation among a young woman and her two aunts who she has just moved in with in New York City.
All right, here you go.
I will say what I like in my own house.
Not to me. I thought I might find a job. Would that be out of the question?
Only if you wish to live with me.
Well, I don't want to be idle. Perhaps there's a charity that could use my services.
How generous and how suitable.
That depends on the charity she chooses. But first we must attend to your clothes, my dear. You will go tomorrow with Ada to my dressmaker. And no black.
But I'm in mourning.
People here won't know when Henry died. You're making your debut in society. You are young and pretty and need to be shown to advantage. I don't want you hanging about on the edge of things like a lonely crow. Ada, remember, I want cheerful colors, whatever she says.
But we must look out for some people with sons and daughters your age.
That's true. I don't know anyone.
Now, you need to know we only receive the old people in this house. Not the new. Never the new.
What's the difference?
The old have been in charge since before the revolution. They ruled justly until the new people invaded.
It's not quite as simple as that.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm new. I've only just arrived.
Marion, never mind that the Brooks have been in Pennsylvania for a century and a half. My mother, your grandmother, was a Livingston of Livingston Manor, and they came to this city in 1674. You belong to old New York, my dear, and don't let anyone tell you different. You are my niece, and you belong to old New
It's
York.
that new thing the Downton Abbey dude's working on.
That would be Julian Fellows is the creator of this show. That's the also the creator of Ghostford Park and Downton Abbey and From Time to Time. That you heard the voice of Christine Baranski.
Christine
for the most part.
Baranski. Yeah.
There was
Instantly
also
recognizable.
just a little smattering of Cynthia Nixon in there.
You're Charlotte.
Yeah, you're Charlotte.
Yeah.
But the main character, the young woman who's sort of returning home, although she's never been here before, is played by, in her first screen role, Louisa Jacobson, who is Meryl Streep's daughter.
Oh.
And she's also gone by Louisa Gummer, I think, that her dad's last name. She is a revelation. Absolutely incredible. And of course, I mean, she's Meryl Streep's daughter, so you have expectations. But
it doesn't always
so-
work, right? Like some people,
Yeah.
no one talks about like Robert De Niro's kid. You know, like they have to have a talent of their own, but it probably doesn't help. It probably doesn't hurt that your mother's like the greatest actress of all time. So
So this is like, I mean, the summary doesn't do it justice at all. It's imagine Downton Abbey 50 years earlier in New York City, and instead of being about one household, it's really about two households that are across the street from each other. All of the upstairs downstairs stuff, it's about both the the masters and the servants in both households. That just doesn't do it justice. This is a very complicated drama. It's much more complicated than those other things that Fellows has made before. And
have we said the name? Just The Gilded Age, right? Have we said that?
The Gilded Age.
Okay.
The Gilded Age on HBO.
Yeah.
Just 2 episodes out at this point. But the first one's a feature film length. And
Feature length film.
Yeah, so your 2 episodes are going to take you like 2.5 hours to watch.
Yeah.
And if you're not into it after 2.5 hours, then I guess you won't get it, because they put it all in the first couple of episodes, like the whole setup.
Yeah.
And the setup is, by the way, new money versus old money in New York City during the Gilded Age.
Interesting.
The primary avatar of new money is a couple played by Morgan Spector. Maybe you've seen him on Boardwalk Empire or Homeland.
Okay.
He is phenomenal. He is tasked with playing a new money railroad baron, and he just chews up the screen. He's everywhere in this thing. Just absolutely amazing. And his wife is played by Taissa Farmiga.
The Vera's little sister.
Yes, exactly. And her job is to be sort of the villain, but she's super relatable. So she's not really a villain. Guys, I really want you to watch this show.
I like everything that dude's ever made, so I loved Downton Abbey. Just loved it. Kim and I did. So this is definitely on our radar. And I love that era. I love that like late 1800s. Things are about to change big time in the country. You know, there's still a lot of Western expansion and cowboy bullshit going on over on the left side over there, and on the right side it's a bunch of hoity-toity city folk getting ready to, get cars and industrial age.
Like, I came into this thinking, oh no, I'm going to see a period piece, and that's really, really hard to pull off nowadays. Like you need to really make it look right, and boy, do they! It's filmed mostly in Rhode Island and in Yonkers, and that's just that doesn't even do it justice. It's a lot of green screen stuff where they have built a New York of 1882. It's phenomenal. Like you just can't you can't see the difference between where the actors are walking and the long like backgrounds that are clearly computer generated. They have done just enough, and you got to remember New York City is kind of not populated yet, and so it's just it's like dirt streets and a lot of empty spaces, which I guess is easy to generate, right? But like it's just like there's something about what they've done here that really captures what you might think. I don't know for sure, right? I've never seen New York City in the 1880s, but like this is just it's just really well done. You can tell that HBO is willing to pass the budget that makes this thing look right.
I don't think enough people talk about how Meryl Streep's been married to the same dude since '78, and there's no like drama or weird divorcee stuff.
Scandal or
I think that's cool. Also, I was just looking at Louisa Jacobson's stuff here. She's 30, and this is her first role. That seems odd. to me, coming out of that family. I guess I just would have. I don't know why that's so weird that it, suddenly at 30 she has this like revelatory job as in this new show. That's just a strange thing. I mean, who knows why? But anyway, I'm gonna watch it. I'm in. I'm all in. Bring it on. Yeah, I'm all in.
Someone said in the chat more people lived in New York City then than now. That can't possibly be
that
true.
Can't be right.
Like the New York City is currently something like 9 million people.
Yeah.
And at the turn of the 20th century, it was something like 3.5 million.
Yeah.
But it's again, like, just watch this show. Seriously. Even if you're like, no, that's chick stuff, like, give this a shot.
That's not Julian Fellows does not make. I mean, chick stuff is obviously it depends on your definition of it, but he makes period piece drama like nobody's business. Like, it's so good. And it's good. I mean, I love period piece stuff anyway. I don't care who does it. Like, if I want to watch some medieval thing, I'm super glad Ridley Scott makes it because I really like his take on that sort of stuff. And it's the same thing here. It's just, if you like good drama, this isn't a chick flick or a chick show or whatever your definition of that is. It's just a really well-made drama set in the 1800s. That's it.
And I do want to say this is for that audience. Like, that audience is often described as a chick audience, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely for them. Like, trust me, this is but what I'm trying to get across is it's not soap opera. This is prestige television. What is prestige television? I don't know. I don't have a good definition for you. But that's what this is. Don't be surprised if 9 months from now this thing is winning Emmys.
Well, in citywide population, just to clear this up, in 1900s, as close as we have to this in terms of census, 3,437 people, or 437,000 people. 2020, 8,804,000. So yeah, there were not more people.
Hey, look how close I was.
Yeah, you were pretty close. You were pretty close.
And Shoujo just said this ain't Bridgerton. I agree. That's a really good comparison because in some ways it is like Bridgerton, right? There are a lot of ways. The costumes, the acting, right? Like, there's a lot of things there. But Bridgerton knows what audience it's going for, right? And it like this is for everyone.
It's a romance. Bridgerton, and no shade here. It's a romance novel story, like in the very traditional sense of like really steamy, sexy scenes for the ladies, and then the rest of it is a lot of hoity-toity backbiting and that sort of thing. And it's fine. It is what it is, and it's obviously very popular. But I don't think this fits in that category. Or anything he's done previous to this. Downton Abbey was not this at all. So,
and the one last thing I want to say about this is a bunch of Star Trek connections. It's so fun, and that's probably true of all of these shows, right? Like, if I've never really thought about it before this one.
Yeah.
But like, just to give you an example, one of the sort of they love to name drop in this show, right? We're gonna go see the Rembrandts later, or the Mackafellers or whoever.
I love their theme to Friends, by the way.
Oh, it's so good, right?
And one of the dropped names is constantly the Astors, right? The famous rich Astors of this time in New York City. And people hush talk about Mrs. Astor, and they really want her to make an appearance. And she does make an appearance in the second episode, and it's played by Donna Murphy, who was Picard's love interest in Star Trek Insurrection. And I just love those little things.
Oh, I like her. Wait, is that not Croce? What was her name? She had a weird name. Picard's girlfriend. Gosh dang it! She ended up running off with Q in the end, right?
Oh yes, right.
It was like a weird name.
No. You're thinking of the show.
Vash.
Vash.
Isn't that her? No, not her.
No.
Yep. That's her.
In Star Trek Insurrection,
the archaeologist.
Oh, in Insurrection in the movie, right? Different lady.
Yeah.
I'm thinking is TNG. Yeah.
Yeah. In Star Trek Insurrection, her name is Anij, and she's just a one hit, and she's so like an immortal and beautiful and wise woman that of course Picard just like falls for immediately.
Yeah. Because why wouldn't?
Anyway, she has this role in this show, and she has a couple of lines, and they're really good. She's really good at this.
Yeah.
And I just love that.
You know who's also great and shows up in stuff like this all the time? It's not this in particular, but she shows up in shows like this, and that's the Borg Queen. I can't think of her name, but she's great. She's so good. The Borg lady. What's her name? Borg lady. Borg lady. I don't know her name. Cringe. Something Krieg. Alice Krieg. There it is. She's awesome, dude. Oh my gosh, I love her. All right. Well, there you have it. She was in Deadwood also. Hey,
the Gilded Age, get in on the ground floor, folks. Don't wait around for this one.
Yeah, get in there. And also follow Randy at Randy Deluxe on Twitter because he's going to post all this stuff up. And of course, over there at quicktms.ly, we will also have listings for all of this. I don't know if mine will make it in, but maybe it will. But yeah, go check those out. Watch these things because that's why we recommend them. And come back next week for more. Randy, anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Nope.
Oh, well, that was simple. Bye now.
Wow. Yoink.
Because last week he had stuff to say and then I cut him off. Remember? Yeah. Oops.
Maybe
all
he
right.
just prepared for that, like you just said. Yeah, not.
Might have been.
Not again.
Never again, sir. All right, that's it for the show. Big thanks to everybody who came out here and watched it today. We'll do another one of these tomorrow. Got my sister here and some other stuff all lined up. Very much looking forward to TMS tomorrow. A reminder that we are supported by you. It's a brand new month. It's time to throw $1 our way or more if you want some cool benefits. But even the dollar gets you a ton. It's super cheap, and we're dumb for doing it. But take advantage of us, like we've said before, and go over there now to patreon.com/TMS and sign up today. For everything else you're looking for, it's at frogpants.com/TMS. And I think that'll do it. Hey, Brian, you got music to play at the end of the show?
I do, and I've also got all of our recommendals up there at quicktms.li as well.
Nice.
All right, so this one is, and I closed the window. Why, Scott? Why did I close the window?
I don't know. You're a tab guy. No tab? You don't have a tab open?
No, close the tab. I mean, I closed the tab, not the window. The tab.
Gotcha.
Let me really quickly reopen the tab because this is a request that we had. All right, here we go. Victoria Perry wrote in and said, "Hi guys, I need a song. It's cold, it's dark. Where's the sun? What day is it? I live in Cornwall, Ontario, Canada."
Oh, Canada.
Canada.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, I request the birthday song in October's, and it's been a brutally cold winter so far. I'm not picky on the date. I'll leave that up to you, Brian. Big fan of Matthew Good. So something good surprised me. Take it easy, guys. Don't forget to test the ship's phasers. Hey, Birdum, Vicky.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see.
Let's test the ship's phasers.
I don't know where the Birdum clip is.
Been a while since we've heard the bird. Hi, Birdum.
It's a long... You know what? That was like year one, wasn't it? Like year...
It was early, 2 or 3 years in.
Oh, here it is.
Hi, Birdum.
There we go.
There we go. It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all she needed to say was Matthew Good. There's a great cover that I have not played by Matthew Good on this show. So we're going to play it now. Came out in 2005 on his album In a Coma. Here is Matthew Good and his cover of Depeche Mode's Enjoy the Silence.
See you guys tomorrow. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
And I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
Okay, great.
Oh, all right.